Don't forget to click that subscribe and bell icon to receive a notification each time I upload a new video. Hi everyone, it's Mike here and welcome back to my YouTube channel. So it's time for July's mid-month mini mission inspiration, and once again I'll be doing an art tag based on the month's prompts. So let me turn over to my overhead camera and I'll show you what I'm going to create. Okay, so as you can see, the letter chosen at random from the pot was W. So the words for inspiration this month are white, wildlife, web, wheel or window. Or obviously if you want to choose a different word altogether beginning with the letter W, then that's entirely up to you. So I'm going to try and combine a couple of these as I normally do. So let me just pop the prompts to one side for now. I've got my tag album. I've taken the cover off, which is what I use for my template. And I'm just going to line it up on a piece of card. I've got a pencil, so I'm just going to draw around just to make sure I've got enough space. Yep, plenty of space on there, that's fine. Put that to one side. Now what I want to do is I want to cover the front and the back. So I've got some paper that I've already cut out to the right kind of width and height, and I'm going to cover both sides and then redo the tag. So to start off with then, let's grab some glue. So this is Yoo-Hoo, which is spirit based, so this doesn't wrinkle or buckle the paper. And also it does give you just a tad of wiggle room to position your paper before it grabs completely. So this will be the back. There we go. I'll just give that a smooth. And then flip it over and do the same thing again. Because when you smooth the paper down, it also smushes the glue to the edges, so you don't have that little worry about it curling up at the edges. Not that it's a major worry. Okay, so, and I'm not really bothered about getting this the right way up. Doesn't matter whether it's, even if there's a right side up. There we go. See, some of that has bled underneath, which is fine. Okay, so then grab my template again. So this is going to be slightly bigger, I think. Let's do it at that side. Some of the glue is still a little bit tacky, but that's fine. There we go. Just line that up with the edge. Get that pencil again. And at this point I'll also make a mark for the hole. Okay, so done with that template for now. So I can put my tag journal away, and then all I have to do now is just trim round and cut out the shape of the tag, which should literally just take a couple of seconds. So I'll just finish cutting this out and then I'll be right back. Okay, so that's kind of all nicely dried now. As you can see, there's no buckling, there's no wobble on the card, which is perfect. So looking at the prompts, we've got white, wildlife, web, wheel and window. So I thought to myself, well, I'll try and incorporate a couple of these pieces or a couple of the prompts into the project. And then I got to thinking, right, okay, so what bits of this can I use? So I could use window, I could use wheel, web. Well, web is a bit kind of spooky and a bit kind of Halloweeny, so I don't want to go down that route. So I thought, well, what about the wildlife? That would be good. But what about white wildlife? So, white wildlife, the first thing that jumped to mind was the white rabbit. So he's in. So I then started thinking, well, what else kind of goes from that on that kind of logical progression? I thought, well, the white rabbit is famous for time. So what time element have we got that's also here? So we've got a clock, because that's the way it works. So that's from a paper pad from a company that I've had for absolutely ages. So how do we incorporate that wheel into there with time? Well, hang on, wheel, time, wheel of time. There you go. Haha. Sorted. That's just how my brain works. So yeah, obviously I really enjoyed growing up reading the Robert Jordan books, but also I enjoyed the Amazon Wheel of Time series, based on the first one, I think. So yeah, so that's what we're going to do. So that's going to be the front, so we'll get this down first. I'm going to go around the edge just to make sure I've got a little bit of distress. So you can do kind of like logical progressions and try and build kind of links into it. So yeah, wheel, clock, time, wheel of time. It's perfectly reasonable. Just makes sense. Makes sense to me anyway. Right, so that's what makes these challenges so fun. It's trying to make those kind of connections, trying to think, well, what can I use? How can I get them to all kind of link in together to try, you know, and squeeze in as many as you possibly can. I mean, I could theoretically, you know, draw little spider's webs across the top of this thing when I'm done, or I could have added a window over the top of everything so it looked like you were looking through it, but I think it would have been a bit too crowded then. So, right, so let's try and stick this down so it's quite high up. I don't want to try and lose the hole. So that's going to be about right there. Yes, I know, I've got it the wrong way. There we go. That'll do. So I get some more glue. I go through phases where I use a lot of this kind of glue, and then I run out and forget to buy some, so I then move on to other stuff. But to be honest, going back to the spirit based, I just keep gravitating back towards it, because when you do a lot of collage, it's probably the best one because it doesn't wrinkle and doesn't buckle your paper because it's not water. Okay, so there's the clock. Let's see if I can find my hand punch, which shouldn't be too difficult to find because it's a massive thing. Unless somebody's been in moving stuff again. There it is. Probably in the same place it was from last month. There we go. Haha, spot on. Right. So that's that down. So again, we'll just go around the edge a little. Just helps to hide those raw kind of like white edges of where we've cut out. I mean, this isn't very complicated, it's not very detailed, there's not a lot of parts to it, but the fun with these projects is trying to match up your project with the prompts, see how your imagination kind of makes those links between the items. That's where the fun is. That's where the creativity comes in. Okay, so yeah. Oops. That just looks like it was meant to be, doesn't it? Cool. Me like. Okay, so let's just give this a quick going over. Yes, so I'm hoping that Amazon are going to do a second series for the Wheel of Time, rather than spending all the money that they have on the Rings of Power. But obviously I will be watching that as well when it's released in September. Okay. Ooh, no, don't you dare. Ah, that's the problem with this stuff. It does tend to ooze out of the tube, but it doesn't matter, because all you have to do is just give it a quick rub on your hands and it goes into little rubbery balls like that. Right, and then I think, yep, I think there, I like that there. And I reckon that's done. Done. Right, pen. So I'm going to sign it just on the edge here and make sure I get the right date this time. So July 16th, 16/7/22. There we go. So if I flip that over now, we've got white, we've got the wildlife, and we've also got the wheel. So there you go, we've got 60%. What more could you ask for? Don't say 100%. Right, so now that's done, we can then go back to tag journal and we can add that pride of place into our ever increasing art tag journal for the year. So don't forget, if you want to join us over in our Art Challenge Facebook group, I'll put the URL on the screen there, but there'll also be a clickable link in the description area below. So why not pop over and join us in our monthly art challenges. So there you go. So that is my collage art tag for W. So I hope you've enjoyed watching me create that. If you have, please remember to give the video a thumbs up, share it with your friends, and if you haven't subscribed to my YouTube channel already, you can do so by clicking that button at the end of the video. That's all from me for now. I'll be back again in a day or two. See you all again very, very soon. Bye for now. I'd like to say a huge thank you to all of my angels, because without you, these videos would not be possible. And don't forget, you can access your exclusive angel-only content over on my website. There's a link in the description area below. Thank you.